welcome to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's Modern Rock. Matt back at the Styling Souls in Manchester, New Hampshire. Sitting here with Rob Kleiner working the board as usual, who was saying some horribly personal things about me before we started the show. That's all right. Rob has a great website called yourband.info and a couple other really cool sites you should check out, which we'll mention later. And I'm sitting here with the members of the band Fighting Friday. How are you guys?
Good. What's going on, man?
Thanks for having us.
Let's start over here with the deep voice gentleman. Tell me who you are and what you do in the band.
My name is Mike Wilkins, and I play bass and background vocals.
All right. And you, sir?
Jim Harper, and I play guitar.
Okay.
I'm Josh. I sing and play guitar.
All right.
And I'm Rusty. I play drums and do a little bit of singing.
Josh and Rusty, you didn't mention your last names. What are you hiding?
I can't reveal my real last name on the air.
I understand. And Rusty?
Restraining orders for Josh. Me, it's Rusty Crow.
All right.
not hiding anything.
He just doesn't want to tell anyone that his name's Russell Crowe.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I understand. Well, we'll come back and chat in a minute, but what do you guys want to play? You brought a CD with you. Let's hear some tunes. What do you want to start with?
Cool. Let's start with the first track. It's called Oblivion.
All right. This is Oblivion from Fighting Friday on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Give
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's modern rock. Matt from IPMNation.com back here with Fighting Friday. So, first question I have for you guys is, where does the name come from?
Where does the name come from? We were having trouble coming up with a name, I think, as probably a lot of bands struggle with. But
Yeah.
and
Just
I
a
think it was
random
just the
name.
one that we ended up voting on that everybody liked the most.
Yeah.
It was kind of randomly generated.
50 names on the paper. And no. Oh, this one. Oh, that's great. No, well,
Yeah, it's not a lot of meaning behind it. Just
it just sounds good. Yeah,
cool, and it
that's
kind
cool.
of
It's
fits what
catchy,
we're
you
all
know.
about.
Were there any really interesting ones that you did consider that you ended up throwing out?
Oh yeah, Mike, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I only know about.
I think one of them was Nocturnal Sanctum.
Oh,
And Liquid Papoose, which
Really?
So
Well, Mike
How
always
could you
has.
not go with Liquid Papoose? Come on. I'm sorry, Jim. Go
No,
ahead.
that Mike always has the yangs
Skewed
of the
perspective.
game.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one about a campground or something?
There was a
Camp-
campground girlfund was.
Campground girlfriend.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
But
That's
that
kind of
was a
interesting.
part of a story with Josh that
That
became too personal for others.
Oh.
to hear about.
boy.
that may
Oh,
be an album title down the line, though.
So you guys are from the Boston area, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you play a lot of shows up here, from what I understand, right? You
We do a
got
couple
lot.
venues in New Hampshire. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brimmer right down the street.
Yeah, here in Manchester,
Paradise
yeah.
up in Laconia, and Re-Rop Portsmouth. So
Oh, okay.
those really are New Hampshire places.
Yeah. Do you play at the Paradise a lot? Have you been there a number of times? Or?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing their Halloween show this year. So
Oh,
I'm
very
looking forward
cool.
to that. That should be
Very
good.
cool. Is that actually on Halloween night, or when is that?
It's the
The
30th.
30th.
Okay.
So it's the Saturday.
Saturday before, yeah.
But it's actually one of their, probably the way the owner says it, it's their New Year's.
Oh, okay. It's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Do you guys have a full album out, or what do you have as far as
We're working on that.
In
We're
the
working
works.
on
Yeah.
that.
In the
It's in the works. We
Okay.
have about 4 or 5 songs done right now, and we're trying to put together. We're probably going to put together a little EP before we do an entire album, just so we can start getting it out there.
not a bad way to do it? It gives you something to work with until
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can have a full disc. And a lot of bands don't even do a full disc anymore; they just do EPs. So
Yep.
There's
People are
always that.
downloading one song at a time more than buying full albums.
Sure.
So it just makes sense.
It
We can
makes
give them a
sense.
few at a time, get them on their iPod, get the name out.
absolutely.
And then as we release more, they keep coming back for more. hopefully.
Absolutely.
So we'll probably do like an iTunes MP3 release online and then like an E EP.
How long have you guys been together? How long has Fighting Friday been a band?
2009. So
Oh, so this is a fairly new band.
so we
yeah.
all have played in a lot of different bands around here, and we just kind of came together as a side project just to write original music. That was our initial goal.
The power of Craigslist.
And then and then we just and then naturally we all had known a bunch of songs, so we just started doing shows, and a lot of the clubs started rebook us, and then we just decided to devote all our time to this.
Yeah, good. Did any of you guys play in bands up from this area that we might know, or more down in Boston, or?
Some Boston,
Yeah,
some
I mean-
Boston area. He worked. These 3 guys worked with a really talented female rapper, EJ Lab,
Oh, okay.
and another female singer, Christina Fernandez.
I've heard of EJ
So,
Lab. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, she's
we were all just kind of looking for original project.
And
Right.
Josh is modest, but he's actually from New York area, and has done he does a lot of solo touring in the college circuit, and is one of the college circuit's #1 booked artists for several years, a showcase artist. So, but he's kind of modest, so he'll probably never tell you that.
Right.
He's got
low
them fooled.
profile. No, but yeah, it worked out really well. We were all looking for an original project, and like I said, I think we were all sort of fishing online, like Craigslist and stuff like that. And Jim and I hooked up. He sent me an email and was like, "Hey, come on over." And so we got together, and yeah.
And it's been the 4 of you from the beginning, I take it, because
Yeah.
it's so new.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, the first night it was 3 of us, Mike, Jim, and myself, before we found Josh, and we had written some musical ideas. And the first time we hooked up with Josh, kind of sent him a musical idea. A couple days later, it comes back with lyrics, melody, vocals, everything done,
Yeah, he was
and we're
very
like,
prepared.
"That's it."
Yeah.
We
Good.
knew from pretty much the get go that this was going to be what we wanted the band to be.
So it sounds like this whole thing came together very quickly.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did actually.
Very lucky.
Yeah, that's good. Down in Boston, are you playing a lot of shows down there as well, or because it's kind of you've got so many bands down there? Is it with the
Well, we
band
do
being so new?
we have like I'll call them residencies, I guess, where we play.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them every month or every other month.
6 weeks. or
Burn in
something.
Somerville, Bellingham, and Faneuil Hall. We do the Clad on Thursday nights. So Brimmer around here, Paradise. We've tried to keep it to maybe 4 or 5 shows in this area, and then the other shows we do colleges. So this week we're at Boston University. We did UConn this year.
Yeah,
Good.
UConn,
Yeah.
Amherst, a bunch of schools. So
Oh, very good.
yeah. So a lot of places I'll do if I do a solo thing, and then they'll ask you back if you have a band, so that works
Oh,
out
that's great.
Works
Yeah.
out great for
And they
us.
feed
so.
you pizza, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can make good money on the college.
The colleges are
circuit,
great.
so-
They
Yeah.
they put you up, feed you, and all this other stuff. So it's really
and
cool.
you really, the thing that's nice about the college thing is they expect you to play mostly original music.
Right.
Whereas the clubs around here expect you to play all cover. And even here, we still do our own music.
Right. We throw in, 1 or 2. We try
2 or 3 a night. Yeah.
We try and throw them in, and everything's been going over well. So
So in a situation like where you're playing the Brimmer, because I assume that they expect covers there.
It's a lot of covers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll
so-
do it. We'll do definitely maybe 3 originals a night.
Okay, so you're able to get those in.
Yeah.
And we try to play our songs that we feel are a little more poppy, sort of to that kind of
we
audience,
gear
like
it
a little
to
more.
the setting of the surrounding. So depending on where it is we're playing, that's kind of how we're going to gear it.
Sure. But in contrast, when you're playing the Paradise, is it all originals or mostly originals?
That's mostly a cover club too.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the originals are more for the college circuit?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And for us, really, too.
Right,
that was
right.
the whole idea that started the band in the first place. Was we just wanted to have an outlet to write.
Sure.
We'd all been doing cover band shows for such a long time, and it's, there's a certain talent to doing that, but it does get old playing the same songs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to just have an outlet, and then all of a sudden it blossomed into a band where we could actually get the music recorded, get it out to people, and
Sure.
have those cover venues as a way to get our name in front of people, and it's been really working out well.
And to
for
get
us.
paid.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
puts some money
Paid
in your
as
Well,
well,
pocket.
that's the
too.
other thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that a lot of straightforward original bands, it's hard to generate the income to pay for some of the projects that you're trying to do unless you have money coming in from the band. So
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, why don't we play another tune? I really like the originals. I played them before the show, and I think it's really good stuff. What do you guys want to play? Let's hear another one.
Let's play "Say What You Love" next. This was actually recorded live at the Paradise. So,
Okay. Oh, cool.
So
All
it was
right.
all tracked live.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is "Say What You Love," which was recorded live at the Paradise here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
It was a time when I was stronger and you were mine. I changed too much in these short years to recognize. Did we grow apart while holding hands so cold inside? Or is it just a lamentation for our faded youth? Are you hanging on to nothing while I'm slipping through? Say what you love, say what you love about me, baby. Say what you love, 'cause I can't find a single thing to love about me anymore. To love about me anymore. To love about me anymore. Say what you love. Say what you love. Say what you love. Say what you love.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's modern rock. Matt from IPMNation.com, sitting here with the members of Fighting Friday. So you guys, you're working on an EP. Are you playing a lot? I mean, do you guys play out every week, or are you kind of splitting your time between that and recording, or what's the
We
long-term
play out
plan?
like once or twice a week,
Yeah.
at least. Sometimes 3 if
Sometimes
there's a
it's
Thursday show.
Sometimes it's like this past week we had off as a band, but Josh was
in
very
St. Louis.
he was
Yeah.
doing his
Oh yeah, so.
his thing. And,
Josh is the rock star. He tours around the country.
Yeah.
So when,
He's the
so when he
rock star.
shows up back in Boston, we do a show. And when he's not here, we record music that we make him sing over.
it's a couple times, maybe 4 or 5 times a month we're playing.
Yeah, that's good.
know,
it's
so-
pretty steady, especially for such a new band. So
yeah,
that's good.
we've been really lucky to get in the clubs that will continually have us, every month, every 6 weeks, whatever it is, that we get to go back, and they're good venues too. It's not like we're playing a little hole in the wall somewhere that
Right.
no people go to. We're playing in front of people, so the originals are getting out. And we do covers that a lot of other people won't do.
Oh, like what?
Well, we'll kind of you can expect to hear anything from Britney Spears to Rage Against the Machine during
Really?
a show. And we might even do them back to back,
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
it's all over the
SpongeBob
place.
SquarePants and Fresh
yeah.
Prince of Bel-Air.
We
Like
Exactly,
we just
yeah.
we try to throw in as much
Throwing as
random,
much-
Yeah.
funny stuff sometimes to keep ourselves interested.
That's cool.
Too.
Yeah.
Keep ourselves entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
kind of a schizophrenic, like if you think you're going to hear Sweet Home Alabama, we're not really, even though we've all done that in bands, we're not the band that will do that.
Yeah.
It's just schizophrenic.
Anymore.
Pantera 1 second, Paul Abdul the next.
Yeah.
We do a lot of hip hop, a lot of fun, like medleys, stuff thrown together. So
We want to be the, pretty much the A to Z band, where there's something for someone in there.
I just want to play stuff for the girls, but
Yeah, ultimately. I mean, isn't that why we all do this? Really?
That's why we signed up.
So now with the originals, what are you going for as far as your sound?
We kind of go back and forth because I think, I know for a fact that Jim and I gravitate a little bit more towards like heavier stuff, and I think Mike does too. But we're all sort of all over the place. I mean, I like.
we kind of have a nice balance when we write music because it's kind of like, in a way, it's the way we're seated is kind of the extremes. So
Really?
Mike tends to be extremely progressive and extreme in a lot of his ideas. And then I'm kind of a little bit closer to the center. And then Josh. And then Rusty's kind of the
He really
big rock
reels
drummer
us
who
in.
he reels us
Really?
in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So he'll
He's
be
like, all
like,
right, guys, this is ridiculous.
I'd like the stuff to, I want the stuff to be able to be played on the radio,
Sure,
and
yeah.
and
Mike doesn't.
I want to be a billionaire,
Right.
so artist, billionaire.
Yeah.
And then we end up, and I think the sound kind of is kind of a mishmash of all that, kind of the push-pull of everybody's kind of ideas that, we all contribute equally. There isn't one of us that necessarily writes all of it. And
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like you guys kind of all write together, and there's a lot of
Yeah,
give and take
absolutely.
in the writing process.
So, and if you listen to those first 2 songs back to back, you might kind of be like, what's going on, because they're just a little bit different. I
dark,
think.
heavy,
Like,
and one's poppy.
yeah, one's darker
Sure.
and a little bit more hard rock, and the other one's more like contemporary, pop kind of rock.
Josh, does any of your solo material make it into the band, or how does that work?
Yeah, actually, we're gonna be playing a song. The fourth song is a solo song that we've kind of adopted into this
cool.
band and started playing. So
Yeah.
So some of it does. Yep. And
We
there's
charge
also
him
like
to play it though.
there's stuff where like
99 cents we charge you every time we play it out.
right. So I owe you like $3.
Yeah.
But there's stuff that maybe an individual member will bring to the table as an almost whole piece and say, "Here you go, guys. Like, what can we do with this?"
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other stuff where it's like a complete collaboration of all four of us coming together, sitting down and go, "Let's write a song."
Yeah.
So it kind of differs. Like Jim was saying, the first time we got together, year and a half ago or whatever it was, the song that they gave me to write on, they had all done on their own, and so I just kind of came in and did the rest, and it worked out great. But
Do you write all the lyrics?
yeah, actually, well, we've had some help. We collaborated a little bit on another one of our songs.
A few lines here and there get tossed around.
The biopic
but
song.
usually though, the singer, since they're the one that has to deliver it,
Sure.
really they're going to be most involved with the lyrics. But,
Sure.
and the stuff I write is so corny, I wouldn't give.
Oh,
it to
really?
anybody. Yeah, it's bad. So I'll toss in a line here and there, but that's the extent of my contribution on that. I'll
You're
leave
too,
that to-
you're
leave
too
that to the
full of
pros.
love.
Yeah, I'll leave that to
You
the
need
pros.
violence and despair in your life.
I know, I really do. It's tough to be tough to be happy.
See how that works?
Right. I do. Yeah, I can see the dynamic. I can definitely see the dynamic. That's
Happy,
funny.
angry.
Mike's lyrical
Right.
contribution on the first song that we played, Oblivion, was he challenged me to write a song that wasn't about a girl.
Yeah.
That's how that came about.
Nice. Well, let's play another tune. What do you guys want to play?
This next one's called Nothing New.
And
All
that
right.
would be the first. That was the first song that we actually.
Yeah, and this
did
was the
together.
first song we all worked on together.
Okay.
That they when I first came in.
And by the way, and I forgot to mention it earlier, I should have, but you guys were saying off air, is this kind of a world premiere, what we're hearing tonight?
Yes, this is the first time it's been put out in the public other than us playing it live. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Very cool. Well, we're very
excited
honored
about it too.
We're honored to play it
absolutely.
here on the show.
Thanks
so
for having
great.
us.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So this is Nothing New from Fighting Friday here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
I'm just a beggar without a disease. You gave me nothing, left me to freeze. I should be thankful for just being alive. You left a shadow, an image, a notion of life. I know how this ends. Am I a martyr or just an unknown? I found a lover and gave up the throne. I lost the pages on how to survive. You gave me nothing, and still I strive. I know how this ends. It doesn't have to be this way. Am I the only one you needed something new? You watch the pieces fall, and I procure the clue. I know you'll sell me out, just like you always do. This time it's easier, 'cause it's nothing. tears. I got a lot to say. I know you'll never hear. My words will echo, but they'll never reach your ears. It doesn't have to be this way. Am I the only one? You needed something new. You watched the pieces fall, and I procured the glue. I know you'll sell me out, just like you always do. This time it's easier, 'cause it's nothing. Am I the only one? You needed something new. You watched the pieces fall, and I procured the glue. I know you'll sell me out, just like you always do. This time it's easier, 'cause it's nothing new. Nothing new.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's modern rock. Matt, sitting here with the members of Fighting Friday. And Josh, off air, you mentioned you have a story about...
Yeah, we were just talking a little bit about in the break about how tough it is to be a band starting out. You know, if you don't have contacts. Luckily, we were lucky. You know, we were lucky to have Jim, who had a lot of contacts, and you know these guys who've been working with these clubs before. But it's just funny. One of my favorite places to play, and it's a little in upstate New York, it's kind of near where my family lives. It's called Hot Shots, but they actually found my press kit in the trash of the club next door.
Really?
Pulled it out, and now I'm good friends with this guy. But this guy, Nick Mahalik, pulled my press kit out of the trash of Sandy's Clam Bar, and opened it up and
you sure he wasn't
and
pulling
listened
clams
to the,
out of the trash?
And,
And your
that could
thing
be
wasn't
too.
stuck to him?
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Could have been going through, but yeah, he pulls it out and listened to it. Oh, they booked me the next week. So it was
No
it was-
kidding. That's like fate. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's hilarious.
That's very cool. That's very
But that's
cool.
just an example of how clubs will treat you if they don't know who you are, don't know
Right.
your name. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Later, you know.
I got nervous as soon as he said, "Josh, you were mentioning a funny story."
Yeah.
Like, wait,
Oh,
you're
that could
asking
go-
Josh?
That could go either way.
So many.
Mute button.
Well, listen, where do we find you guys online for everyone who wants to keep up with what's going on with Fighting Friday? And
Find us on every good stalker website.
Yeah.
MySpace, Facebook. MySpace.com/Fighting Friday Band. Facebook, just search for Fighting
Yeah,
Friday.
Facebook,
And we also have a website, fightingfriday.com.
Good.
YouTube has a lot of stuff. We have a channel up there.
Yep.
YouTube channel, yeah, with original music, and actually it was shot at that club, Hot Shots.
Yeah.
Bunch of videos, both cover and original.
Yeah, and you can keep up with us on Twitter,
Mike's on some
Twitter
other
and
websites too,
Reverb
but-
Nation and
Sure.
stuff like that too. So
okay. Okay, good. And do you want to mention one more time the big show coming up?
Are we allowed to plug shows?
Absolutely.
All right.
Please
So
do.
we'll just stick to the New Hampshire ones, but we have Paradise in Laconia show October 9th, and we also have the big Halloween show there on October 30th. The Black Brimmer we have coming up on September 4th.
yeah, don't forget that's the big one. That's for the. I mean, at least since we're a
Yeah,
couple doors down from
yeah.
it, got to
Yeah.
plug the Brimmer. September
right.
4th,
Yep.
Saturday night.
Always.
And then we
Classic
also
later.
we're at Re-Raw Portsmouth October 16th, but also we're doing their New Year's
New
Eve
Year's
show.
Eve, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
So,
Excellent.
Yeah, we got quite a bit coming up in New Hampshire, unfortunately. So
Yeah, very good. Very
And
good.
Boston every month, Burren, Bell in Hand, Clada.
yep, and our whole schedule's up online. So for
Okay.
anybody who's interested, can come check out the show.
And our MP3 is available too on your site?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And like I said, we're gonna hopefully within the next couple months have some stuff for sale online.
Sure.
We're holed up in the studio
Yeah,
now.
pram
Yeah,
time.
we're-
It's, you know,
Yeah,
pram
yeah.
time, so.
Cool. Well, guys, thanks very much for being here with
Thank
us
you.
this week.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
And
having us.
Rob, as always, thanks for handling the engineering duties. Rob has a great site, yourband.info, that everyone should check out. And he also has themusicboard.info, which is a great resource for musicians in the area. And stick around. After the show is Out of the Box with Amber Cool coming up next on The Planet. And guys, what do you want to wrap up the show with?
We're gonna play a song called "This Fight."
Okay. This is This Fight from Fighting Friday here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Standing here with my fears staring back at me. Well, who was right? Yeah, who was wrong? Well, I've forgotten now, so let's move on. when we fight, it seems you're the only winner. Wrong or right. And I've gotta say, carrying on this way, it wears me out. That's right, you can see I'm no quitter, but I've said all I can. Well, this ain't about who's wrong or right. Yeah, I just wanna sleep tonight, knowing that we're alright, and you still love me after this fight. Standing here with my tears falling down on me. Well, I was hurt and you were wrong. That's all over now, so let's move on. And this ain't about who's wrong or right. Yeah, I just wanna sleep tonight, knowing that we're alright, and you still love me after this fight. Laying here with your hair falling down on me. Well, it's alright, yeah, and it's alright, 'cause ain't nobody gonna sleep tonight. Well, this ain't about who's wrong or right. Yeah, I just wanna sleep tonight, knowing that we're alright, and you still love me after this fight. Well, this ain't about who's wrong or right. Yeah, I just wanna sleep tonight, knowing that we're alright, and you still love me after this fight. You love me after this fight. Will you love me after this fight? Yeah.
Local Outbreak.
The Planet.
The Planet's Local Outbreak is recorded weekly at Styling Souls on Elm Street in downtown Manchester. It's engineered by Rob Kleiner of the Music Board, Your Band Info, and Tide Records. Matt Connerton of IPMNation.com is the host and editing assistant of The Planet's Local Outbreak. The show is produced and edited by Annie Biello of 100.1 The Planet. For artist links and details about The Planet's Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com, log on to The Planet's Entertain Me page, WPNHFM.com. The Planet's Local Outbreak is available for download on IPMNation.com/local outbreak. The Planet's Local Outbreak is a product of 100.1 The Planet and Northeast Communications.